Hi, welcome to Learn English and Practice with Marie. Today we're going to do American English Idioms lesson number 64. We'll go through 5 idioms and review their meanings and a couple of examples for each. We'll finish with a story so you can hear the idioms in context. This is a series, so if you like this video, subscribe for more. Let's get started. First, I'll read the idioms. To make matters worse, eat crow, scrape the bottom of the barrel, actions speak louder than words, cat got your tongue. To make matters worse. This means make a problem worse. So to make matters worse means to make a problem more difficult or make a situation even more challenging than it was originally. So let's say I'm teaching an online class and I am unprepared. And to make matters worse, my internet starts to drop intermittently. That would be an instance where a bad situation got worse. So examples we have are, we are already late, and to make matters worse, we got stuck in traffic. It started raining, and to make matters worse, we had no umbrellas. Eat crow. This means to admit you were wrong. So this idiom has nothing to do with eating birds. Rather, we're talking about an instance where you have to admit that you were wrong about something. So I can remember an instance where I had to eat crow was when I was planning a family dinner and everyone kept saying, "Who we should get a reservation, we should get a reservation." And I said, "It'll be fine. That restaurant's not busy. They'll have space for us. We don't have to worry about it." And lo and behold, when we got there, there was a long wait, and having a reservation would have been really helpful. So I had to eat crow and admit I was wrong. Examples are, after boasting about his prediction, he had to eat crow when he was proven wrong. He had to eat crow for doubting his colleague's abilities. Scrape the bottom of the barrel. This means to use the worst or the last resources. So to scrape the bottom of the barrel could literally be thought of as getting the last bits of food or drink from the very bottom. And typically that's the undesirable stuff, like the crusty food that's kind of burnt into the pan or the pot. Here we are actually talking about the last resort, the last possible resources. So if I'm trying to find someone to cover one of my classes, I might ask a whole bunch of people who are qualified, and if everybody says no, I might be scraping the bottom of the barrel by asking someone who maybe isn't so qualified if they'd be willing to cover for me and telling them, "Okay, I'll give you notes, I'll help you prepare," but they might be my last resort. Examples are, we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel with these last-minute hires. If we keep delaying, we'll end up scraping the bottom of the barrel for supplies. Actions speak louder than words. This means believe what people do and not what they say. So when people just say they're going to do things, it doesn't mean much. Actions, actually doing the thing, is a lot more valuable than saying you're going to do something. So in this instance, of course, actions don't speak, but in a metaphorical way, they do. So actions are more meaningful than words. Take a child who has regular sporting events, who, for example, maybe has soccer games that they go to every week. If their parent keeps saying, "Oh, I'll come to the game, I'll come to the game." All right, great, but actions speak louder than words. If the parent actually shows up, that means a lot more than the promise that they're going to go. Examples are, he always says he cares, but actions speak louder than words. She realized actions speak louder than words when he kept breaking his promises. Cat got your tongue? This means unable to speak. So the imagery here is kind of funny. The idea that a cat, the animal, has got your tongue, all right, is a little funny to think of. In this instance, of course, a literal cat has not grabbed your tongue. Rather, we're talking about instances where you can't speak, you're lost for words, you're speechless. So, say you got dressed in a beautiful outfit because you're going out and you ask your friend what they think about what you're wearing. If they're standing there unable to speak, you might say, "Cat caught your tongue." Hopefully, they can't speak because they think you look so great, but usually it's the other direction where they don't know what to say because you look so bad that they are trying to think of a nice way to put it. So if someone's unable to communicate with you in an instance where communication is expected, you might use this idiom. Examples are, "You've been awfully quiet. Cat got your tongue?" "She seemed shy and nervous, like the cat had got her tongue." So let's read a story so we can hear these idioms in context. The family reunion started tense, but to make matters worse, Aunt Carol decided to bring up an old argument about inheritance. She complained that she didn't have anyone to pass her wealth down to, and that she'd have to scrape the bottom of the barrel to find anyone even remotely deserving. When her complaints turned out to be based on a misunderstanding, she had to eat crow in front of everyone. Meanwhile, Uncle Mike, the peacemaker, reminded everyone that actions speak louder than words and urged the family to focus on rebuilding trust. Cousin Jamie, caught off guard by a question about his absence from last year's reunion, sat there awkwardly as if the cat got his tongue, while everyone waited for an explanation. Again, those idioms are to make matters worse, eat crow, scrape the bottom of the barrel, actions speak louder than words, cat got your tongue. Great job today. There are other videos like this on this channel, and more are coming soon. I'll put playlists and videos right here, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!